Moon Ghost Thief 2X, Shadows of the Metal Age. We are playing Mission 2 today, The Trials That Shape Us. So we are going to load up the End of Unexpected Shelter, and we're going to watch 2 videos actually to prepare us for the next mission.
I don't understand, Mara. How can all of this help me? I just want to know who killed Gadar, and then get my ship and cargo back so I can go home. I never thought something like this would happen.
It isn't so simple as that, Zaya. You will never again feel whole if you do not obtain vengeance for what was done to you and your cousin.
But it just doesn't seem quite right. I'm not a murderer or a thief. I can't just walk into a place and take information.
You'll learn how. I will teach you. Have you never killed a man?
Well, once. But it was a pirate trying to sneak off with our family's ship. He deserved his fate.
As your cousin's murderers deserve theirs. This is an unclean city, Zaya. The wicked and venomous thrive here, and you are but one in a line of many who have suffered at their hands.
I want revenge. Yes. But isn't there a simpler way?
There is no other way. Your cousin is dead. You cannot go home, and even if you could, you would shame your family by not exacting revenge. Kadar's blood stains your hands. But it is up to you. If you want to live with that burden, then it is yours. I cannot force you to take the revenge that belongs to you and you alone.
Yes, I'll do it. I will take revenge. I promise you that, Kadar. I won't leave until I have it. I'll do whatever I have to. Kadar is dead. I am not. I'll make them pay for what they've done. This greedy, foul city will taste it too. It's amazing what skills one can learn in a year. Malik is a good teacher and has taught me many things, such as how to walk among the shadows, as he calls it. I've also honed my skill with a variety of weaponry, just in case I need to protect myself. Malik says since I've been training hard and with determination, he's decided to give me a little test. I'm supposed to sneak into a local museum that Malik says is relatively easy to get into. Though there are many things I could steal that might aid in my quest, Malik has reminded me that he is not a fence, and selling high-priced items would bring us even more unwanted attention. It's just as well. I'm not that confident in my abilities yet. My main target is this book. Apparently it's a fairly old book, which has a large deal of notes on the city buildings of its time. He didn't explain it much. He just said it was ideal for our plans to get revenge. I hope he'll explain more later. I have no reason not to trust him on this.
Okay, The Trials That Shape Us. I must say that I am very impressed with the cutscenes and the briefings for this campaign. They are as professional as the original ones. The story is so-and-so. You know, it seems a little bit forced. so far for Zaya to be motivated to do what she's doing. It doesn't seem like it is her nature, where in the case of Garrett, it definitely does, given the background he comes from. But anyway, the production value of this one is so good. Since it is a fan creation, it's not something I'm gonna, criticize too much. This is really the first mission where we get to use the abilities that we're used to from Garrett and Zaya, and use equipment that she has learned the use of. So on expert difficulty, we have to do the following. Your first test will be to break into the museum itself. Malik says your best bet will probably be to try to find a way up to the east balcony. Malik wants you to find and steal an old tome recovered from the old quarter. It will probably be somewhere on display out in the open. There's no easy way around it. Vengeance costs money. There are enough relics and smaller pieces of art to steal 750 worth of loot. Once you have the book, escape the museum. This is a good mission. I like this. There's a very nice intro mission. I know that Unexpected Shelter was the mission 1, but that was really an introduction to Zaya's backstory, which I think was a very clever way of doing it. This one is the first sort of mission that we are used to. So I compare this to, say, Lord Bafford's Manor or Running Interference from the first 2 games. And I think it holds up. It's nice. It's on the easier side. There's not a lot of rooms with more than 1 guard. But that's okay. That difficulty level shouldn't be higher for an intro mission like this. It can be Supreme Ghosted, and we have to skip 1 piece of loot, and that is only valued at 1. So we won't perfect Supreme it, but we can do as much as possible to get there. So let us just go ahead and begin here. Give it a save. Okay, we have a compass, a flash bomb, 1 lockpick, a hairpin. There's only 1 lockpick in this game, or at least so far, I think. And the map. So there are 2 floors to the Bennington Museum. Okay, and the numbers here determine what kind of display room we're in, or there are some rooms that are more for employees, and then there's stairs up and down between the 2 floors. It is a little bit difficult to navigate. It doesn't have a very intuitive layout, I would say. There are not that many sort of landmarks within the building that makes it easy, except for the main foyer here. The X's that is marked are the entrances. So on the 2nd floor, there is an entrance from the roof, there's an entrance from the balcony, and then there's a main entrance. The balcony is the one that was suggested in the briefing. I'm not going to go through all the different rooms right now, but we are going to use this entrance, the roof entrance, to get in. There's actually 2 entrances on the roof, but this is the one that is the intended entrance there. Here's a healing oil, same as a healing potion, and this is the main entrance you see straight ahead. There's 1 guard there, and then there's 1 patrolling guard. Those are not going to alert to us right now. They are neutral. There's nothing to pick up down in the streets. So we can walk a little bit along this pipe here. And this way. This is the balcony entrance. So that'll take us in here. It'll take us into the ritual masks display. There is a guard that patrols there, and he has a key that you can use to unlock this door. So if you choose for Supreme to pick this lock open, which you can do, you have to get the key from him or one of the other, I think there's 3 copies of that museum key, to relock the door. That's possible. Now, I don't want to do that. To me, that is just too risky to get in here where there's a patrol, and you can listen in on the door and hear the patrol. And I don't like to pick locks if I don't have to. Now, this one you can relock, so that wouldn't really be an issue. But I like to do the other entrance. I feel that's a better one, but this is a pickable door. Okay, that clunk there I don't really like. Here we have vine arrows available in this mission. There are no rope arrows. Vine arrows can attach, as you guys probably know, to grates as well as wood and like grass or moss. There we go. This has lever on both sides. Okay, this is the entrance we're going to take. I'm going to show you a few other things.
Thought I saw something over there.
So we don't have to worry about him because we're going to reload. There's one patrolling guard here up on the roof.
Must not have been anything.
Or ceiling.
Yo, what
Windows.
was that over there? Oh, guess it wasn't anything. I need
Here.
to get some more sleep.
Here's a flash bomb.
I don't know what everybody's complaining about.
Notice that
I
all
like rat.
all the items that are also found in regular Thief have been redesigned. So it's a flash bomb, but it looks slightly different. Here's a letter. The next guard I catch spitting down on pedestrians will be regulated to basement duty for a month. Bornelio is already complaining down there, and I won't think twice about sending him some company if I can catch any of you goofing off. Furthermore, I need to inquire about the broken window in the atrium. Aren't you all supposed to be guarding up there? It needs to be fixed before the next rain, or you will all find yourselves skipping basement duty and going straight to the streets, unemployed. Curator Limes. So that seems to be the boss around here. There you can see the broken window. And that takes us down into the atrium. So we can go down there, but it's a much more exposed area than the other ways of going in. I would probably even go in the balcony door before I go in that door. But this is the best way to go in.
I like rats. Maybe a little crunchy, but...
Let's see, can we drop here without taking damage? We can't.
I don't know what everybody...
Oh, there is a broom there. That's right. You can drop onto that. There we go. Find a way inside the museum. Done. In this, you have 2 mines. This door here opens with this button.
This is boring.
Now this door cannot be opened from the outside if you close it. It can only be opened from that, so there's probably somebody that has a key, but there is no key in the mission that can open this. So we will leave that open for now, because we're going to leave through this way. So we now entered through the employees area. All these E's stand for employees only locations. There's a couple of those around. So we are now coming out on the south side. So the door is coming out here. So this is just a little sitting room area. But we're going to go south at this point and then head downstairs through these stairs. And then we will come back up the opposite direction later on. We're going to listen to a conversation here and get introduced to Limes early on.
Can't take this anymore.
And make certain that the third painting is straight. It's always crooked. Every time I walk by, it's crooked. How is it possible that I have the most important museum in the city, and I have a crooked painting?
Yes, Mr. Limes. I will attend to it right away. Is there anything else?
Yes. I'll be setting up the new display around the dragon statue, now that I've finally had the head reattached. See to it that a space is cleared and that the other displays from crates 2, 7, 8, and 11 are brought up. They complement the statue nicely.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
No, you are dismissed. Can't find any good
find a
help
new
these
job.
days. I'd
Should've
better make
followed my
certain he
mother's
does the
advice
job
and been a
proper.
carriage driver.
A restored dragon statue? That's odd. I'd better take a look at that head. It might just be the artifact I brought here so long ago.
Okay, so this is Curator Limes. We took his key there. Okay, we're gonna have to wait here. That guard there is going back and forth. So yeah, we took the office key. There are 2 copies of the office key, and we are actually gonna need both copies. I will explain once we get to the office why we need 2. But we do. So we are now staring south into the ritual masks display. So that is the door over there in that corner that leads out to the balcony, and this is the guard that has that 1 copy of the museum key that I talked about.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, I don't think that we can sneak out here.
So, I don't know why everybody eats rats so much, I like rats. Maybe a little crunchy, but tastes fine to me.
Limes, he walks from this room and into there, back and forth. 3 pairs of lucky coins, or coin pairs, 20 each, and then a jar worth 50. Total 100. No, the jar was worth 40, not 50. So, somebody spotted us there. Oh yeah, he's there, okay. We're gonna have to wait for him too. Show you guys something.
He looks a little too big to pick up.
I like that little line there. He does have a model to his character that is bigger, and Zaya actually makes a point of that, because obviously Zaya's a woman and probably not as strong as Garrett would be. So that does make sense. Here. The skull of Saint Iola, donated by the Dayport Hammer Division. The golden replica of the first hammer, donated by the Freeport Hammerites. So Freeport is the place we're in right now. Let's take that.
Oh,
my goodness, now we're going to be stuck here too. Okay. So wait for him to do another cycle then, I guess.
Who was that?
All the paintings, and there's a lot of paintings in this mission and in the campaign overall, all the paintings have been upgraded to high resolution. So, obviously this is the Necro Age mod for T2X. It's specifically made for this mod, for this fan mission. But the Necro Age doesn't have HD quality paintings. So I actually have another texture pack that fills in those paintings only. So it looks nice and crisp. But it doesn't change too much of the original textures, which I like. But in my segmented run, then I will use the original textures. that was a the hammer worth 80. That's total 180. Over here, I think this is labeled, but there's a loaf of bread, a healing oil, and a Hammerite compendium of precepts, regiments, and rules of conduct, volume 97. Thou hast no eyes other than the builder gave unto thee to see. Thou hast no ears other than the builder gave unto thee to hear. Thou hast no flesh other than the builder gave unto thee to wear. Pledgest thou not to the unrighteous and demonesque that which thou dost not own, and that which thou hast not created for thyself, failing worship of the true and one builder, twill he reclaim that which he hath given unto thee.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
I'm going to reload here.
That is not
Boy, my imagination.
Last
is sure
black,
running wild.
miscellaneous Hammerite machinery. So part of this, I guess, reminds me a little bit of the tour in the museum from Morbid Curiosity, because there are different nods back to the original games, right? Okay, if I go quicker here, I can do that. There. Now we can head downstairs. There are no guards in here, besides that guy up there. Here's a mask. Each of these masks is worth 50. That's total 320, or 230 rather. There's a plaque on it. Purchased by a traveler across the seas, then relocated here. This mask is purported to have been owned by none other than King Bavrat himself. In old age, King Bavrat was rumored to have paraded around the upstairs of his castle, wearing only this mask. Take this one. This one. This lovely mask was found on the eastern shores near a shipwreck, and it's estimated to be 100 years old, donated by Bram Gervasius. Interesting.
So, I don't know.
From Thief 2. Gervasius is spelt wrong there.
I like rats, man. Maybe a little crunchy, but tastes fine to me.
Okay. Can go in here, I think. Yes.
My eyes are tired.
There was a guard, and that's the only spot he could have caught me when I'm coming from this side. So we are now down in the living room area. These L's are lounges, rather. And then we have the hammer artifacts up here. And we have now looted half of the ritual masks. We're going to get the rest of them. We took 3 out of 6.
What's that I see?
Oh. Sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy. And here there is another jar. It's worth 50. Total 380. You can follow this guy around. Now, Curator Limes is upstairs right there, so we got to be a little bit careful of him. That's not a Hammerite, by the way. There's a statue. That's the only piece of living
I went down to port to see my fair lady. What was it?
Do-do-do.
445. This primitive mask of the branch man, taken from an abandoned trickster temple, was put together from many pieces of masks.
I don't know what they're mad at me about.
Crude paintings on the sides of the temple assisted in the construction. And then we have one more mask to take in here. This unusual addition to the museum was donated in the most peculiar way. It was found lying on the doorstep one morning. It appears to be rather
Oh,
old.
that's kind of weird.
Oh, wow, what?
Do-do-do.
So we have 545 now. Now we are headed north into the vase display area.
So, I don't know where.
Shouldn't be any guards in here. It's worth 15, total 560. Closing in on the main foyer here. Oh, I don't like to bump into those. There's a guard upstairs here too.
So boring.
It's one that we saw earlier, I think. It's worth 70, total 630. Okay.
That's the Uwara statue. That's one of the artifacts I brought. I really need to find out more about what's going on here.
So that was a locked area, you see.
That's the Uwara statue. That's one of the artifacts I brought. I really need to find out more about what's going on here.
Okay, so now we've found the Uwara statue. And we checked off... No, we did not. We got an objective added. The curator, Frederick Limes, must know where the museum purchased the Uwara statue. Find out by breaking into his office and having a look around. So we've got an additional objective here to get into his office. Interesting. Okay. So we are now... we now took a north past the foyer after seeing that statue, and we are in the texts and documents area. We're not going to hit this area now, but there's one servant, I guess, walking around here. And he has another museum key. There's a secret right here. This is one of the two ways down into the basement. The other way is by the stairs, but that is... oh, that is not supposed to be possible, but it is. But the way down the stairs is a lot more difficult because you have to pass the one guard that is down in the basement. The basement is very loud for part of it. I'm not going to say too much right there. There is one guard we have to Dodge. There he is. Go in here, and these are 2 mines. And then there is for your security system. That we're gonna have to flip. And what happens then is that we lower a gate that will also then lower the bars in front of the relics and tomes that we saw right by the Uwara statue. Now I know that is called a security system, and one of the rules in the Supreme rule set, I think it's rule number 8, says that you are not allowed to turn off security systems. However, knock that guy out so you guys can see what's in here.
You know, I heard something.
Okay. So let me explain. A security system in the rules actually refers to electrical systems, alarm systems that are electrical, or cameras, watchers. The rule is specifically mentioning watchers or cameras, or other alarms or other security systems. But those are systems that are meant to catch you, to alert other guards to your presence. So that's the type of security system that's not allowed to turn off. So this is just a gate that is lowered. So this is not in violation of that rule, and we are therefore in the clear. Of course, give me your opinion if you agree, but it's just because this is labeled as a security system doesn't mean that it fits the security system in the rules. This turns off the fire in there. And this takes us up to the second floor. So we're gonna see how we can come down there. From above later on. So we're gonna have to go down and close that security system back up. Raise it again.
Thought I saw some.
Of course, he comes right as I come out. It's like they're lying in wait. Of course, I could have saved it.
Forget to put the broom back. Get your broom right here, lady.
Okay, we can go here.
Is anyone there? Hello?
Did I really see that?
Excuse me?
Hey, wait a minute. Something.
Did somebody hear that? This panel closing, maybe? Okay, we'll wait then.
Okay, I've had it. Next person to ask for a foot wash and loses a toe. Can't take this anymore.
So now we should be able to get the things in necklace, that hits the 750. 2 large gems. Our sacred tome, that hits that objective. And a vase. Now we're gonna wait for that guy to come by. 960, that's how much we should have. The necklace is 100, the 2 gems are 15 each, and the vase is 200. So this guy has the 3rd and last museum key. The museum key can be used on any of the outside doors. So the double doors there, and also the balcony door upstairs. Those are the only doors that can enter. There's the guy too.
So boring.
Okay, now we're gonna head in here. This is one of the toughest areas in the mission, so I'm gonna make a real save there. So we now cleaned out the main objective and the loot in the foyer. And we have now gone south into these employees only. This is where the museum employees are working. And then this is the stairs up to Curator Limes' office, and there's 1 guard there that is pretty difficult to pass. Okay. So here we have... Ooh, wrong button. Outgoing mail and incoming mail. We're going to read the 2 letters here. Dear Mr. Limes, your museum is a sham. The utter filth and inconceivable perversion that fills the fetid halls of your museum should be removed, and the whole place turned into a factory or some other thing of use. Your trickster painting even shows him in the nude. This is vile, reprehensible, and wholly inappropriate. Not only that, but most of the paintings are frightening to behold. I do not say this merely because you turned down my own painting, Flowering Flower in Moonlight. I say this to warn you of the young minds you are corrupting with your art. Think twice before accepting any more of those crude, sensationalist creations. Pernilius Pennybuckle, Esquire. Dear Curator Limes, there hath been rumors that this new basement security system thou hath installed is influenced by blasphemous mechanist technology. Why wouldst thou turn to these heretics, when we hast made it perfectly clear that we would be willing to aid you in such matters? Further, I hearest rumor that thou hast been inquiring about these heretical security cameras. I pray tell that these rumors are not true, lest we may be inclined to perform a full investigation into thine museum. I dare say it would be bad for business to have members of your staff hauled to Cragscleft for penitence during the peak time of the year, which did not Brother Herrick of the Hamrite Order. Wow. The curator is getting some complaints. Not sure if this guard can see us from there. Back here is a bottle of wine. Okay. So now we have to head upstairs past this guy. And it's just a matter of him not turning towards us. If he turns now, he's hopefully going to turn to his left. So that he doesn't see us. Like that. Good. We can take that jar behind him.
Hey, yo!
Well, now he turned back. He just has to stay that way. He has to stay facing the left until we get past. So this might take a few tries. Stationary guards in general are the most difficult. And those that have random pivots, it's just a matter of luck sometimes.
I don't know what everybody's complaining about. I like Rat. There you are!
So now he chose to turn to his right. I must say he's not a very good guard. Isn't he supposed to guard the only entry
I'm just doing what I'm told.
to this hallway? I don't know. I would have, if I made the mission an expert, I would have had him face this direction as well. 3 directions. But then again, I'm not a mission maker, so.
Oh, that's kinda weird.
Oh, so here he actually heard me there. Please turn.
So, I don't know why everybody hates rats so much. I
Come
like
on.
rats.
Come on.
Maybe a little crunchy, but tastes fine to me.
If you turn, can you please stay as long as you're staying this way, the opposite direction? That would be nice.
Oh, aha!
Now, he has an office key on him. And the second copy, we took the first from Limes. We're going to need that key, but I'm not going to take it now. I will explain why I'm not taking it now. It's the only... I've never seen this situation before. I don't think it was intended to be that way from the authors, but you'll see what I mean.
Oh, this is boring. So boring.
It is boring, I agree.
Oh.
You can't move too fast as long as you're not directly behind him either.
So much. I like rats.
So if you're wondering why I'm turning sideways, I am because I crouch creep strafe. That is faster than crouch creep walking. There we go. Took the jar here, worth 50. Total 1060. Good. Okay, so this is the office. It opens to the office key. Notice that the office key disappears when you unlock the door. Okay, we'll come back to that.
So boring.
So now we're in Limes' office. We are going to pick this lock on the safe. You can also break the window to get in here from below, but obviously that's not allowed for Supreme, because property damage isn't allowed. And here's a stack of gold coins, and that is worth 25, total 1085. Then there is a letter here on the desk. note from the free traders. Oops. Mr. Limes, we are pleased to hear you received the Yawara dragon. Though we're sure you understand that Broken Head was beyond our control, I believe the piece will make a nice addition to your collection. We would also like to thank you for your prompt payment. I am a direct man, Mr. Limes, so I have a blunt proposition for you. We know that your usual supplier has been a reliable source for goods that tickle your fancy, excepting, of course, this rough handling of the Yawara statue, which was damaged in his care. However, it is our belief that we can do better than he, and provide you with the same items at a fraction of the cost. Your suppliers refused to join our organization, and I must say we do not appreciate rogue elements operating under our noses. Therefore, this business proposition would benefit us both. We will take care of the supplier, and you gain our services and goods, as well as his, at much less cost to you. Though you may have found our means of obtaining the Yawara dragon distasteful, as you so put it, I trust you will not find further business dealings anything less than professional. One of our business associates will be by in a few days to see if you are willing to accept our proposition. Be sure you are there to meet him. The free traders. That checks off this new objectives of finding information in his office. This letter we cannot drop. Down here there is a crumpled piece of paper. Note to self. Why hasn't Martis burned this garbage yet? I told him to do so last week. Maybe it's time to find a new janitor if he can't keep up with my yearly office cleaning.
I don't know what everybody's complaining about. I like
Okay, back here. This one is pickable and it has a healing oil in it, if you are wanting that. And then there is a secret door in the wall behind here. Okay. Here is... no, that's not a healing oil, that's just bottles. Here is, wow, a mummy. And you can also break open this to get it, but that's also behind a banner. Not allowed for Ghost, obviously. Such incompetence. Our hiring practices must be unbelievably wretched to allow such commoners to work here. I watch them day after day from my secret window as they gossip and gallivant around. Such unprofessionalism. At the very least, we have the best exhibits. Even the Wheelstrom doesn't boast the finest artifacts from Sunnyport. My little business arrangement is paying off well. Such a good thing I'm able to see everything what's going on. That is at least some measure of comfort. And oh, how coming here relaxes me, where I might gaze upon my love. So perfect, so frail. The women today are but shadows of what they were in your time, Lady Isabella. The softest caress of your flesh is enough to make me forget this harsh business altogether. That is creepy. Okay. Now, Supreme requires us to lock this door, if it can be locked. Now, there is another copy of the key, so we can lock the door. Now, why didn't I just take the key when I was down there, you might ask? Well, if you take the key and have both keys in your possession at one point, they both disappear when you unlock the door. So then you can't relock the door. So you have to take one key, unlock the door, then take the second key and lock the door. So we have to go back down now and get the key, and then come back up again and lock the door. Weird, but that's how it is. First time I played this mission, I didn't actually find the other office key on Limes. I think because you can't pick him up, I didn't bother to search him.
Must be seeing things now.
So the problem is that he can see us through... he can see us through the...
so boring.
the pillar. That was a little bit too close.
So, I don't know why everybody regrets so much.
That was way too close. Let's see if I get a perfect shot here. Okay.
This is boring. So boring.
see here. Turns now to his left.
Hey, there you are!
If he had turned to his left there, I would have been able to
So,
get that.
I don't know why everybody hates rats so much.
It's a pretty good placement,
I
actually.
like rats. I mean, maybe a little crunchy, but tastes fine to me.
I think that's going to be good.
This is boring. So boring. I knew I'd find you! Don't know what they're mad at me about.
See if we can
Doing
wait
what I'm
until he
told.
actually turns and then go down. There. Turn back again right away.
Don't know what they're mad at me about. Just doing what I'm told.
Okay, now to retrieve this arrow. What do we have to do? Let's see.
No.
Well, that wasn't the point.
Don't know what they're mad at me about. Just doing what I'm told.
So we have 2 vine arrows when we start. That's good. There we go. Okay, we might need another placement here. Good. And now when we lock the door, the key disappears again. But at least now the door is locked and we don't have any keys to return. So if you can't return the key
I don't know what everybody's
because they
complaining
disappeared,
about. I like rats.
that is totally okay for Supreme. You don't have to, or you can't return it. So the rules can't force you to do something that's not possible to do.
Thought I saw
Oh, I didn't think that he was
some. So, I
able
don't
to
know
see
why
that
everybody
far.
hates rats
I'm
so
sorry.
much. I like rats. I mean, maybe a little crunchy, but tastes fine to me. Strange.
Forgetting to save is still my biggest problem in this game. Save.
This is boring. Must be. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. Huh? Looks like something moved. Strange. Do.
Now Now it's just a matter of him not turning towards us. Like that. Good boy, good boy. There we go. Let's see, we have now 1085. Yes. Now we have to go close the security system and loot the rest of the area.
This place. Everybody's always looking at me like I'm
There. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to knock this guy
I
out.
thought I saw something over there.
Just so I can read the different plaques in here so nobody can see us. C, Love, and R, the last two known handwritten poems of famed poetess Aura. The only known remaining copy of Hannah Volue's Myths and Legends of the Cray People. According to this account, Lady Dionan was kept atop a mystical tower with no stairs and no way down, imprisoned by a secret sect of mages. She supposedly remained imprisoned for 20 years in the secret hell. Deciding she would never escape, Lady Dionan threw herself from the tower and into the river below. This diary was found amongst her remains a short time later, when they washed up in Shalebridge. To this day, no one has discovered the tower of which she spoke, and no one knows if this account is true, or simply the work of madness and delusion. So, I'm not sure if this refers to a mission in Thief 3. Please tell me if it does. I have not played but one mission in that game. Gotten a lot of requests though to play it, so maybe after Thief 2 I will try it. I'm not sure. The draft of the First City Laws, written by the Founding Fathers, a reproduction. The Cicada War, a personal recollection. This valuable book is the only known account of the Cicada War. It's approximately 300 years old and was passed down from baron to baron until a recent fiasco involving some tipsy servants. The Trickster's Torch, the poetry collections of Tanley Sweetle, first known literate pagan sympathizer, handwritten in some unknown red substance. Long ago, across the ocean, the rebellious Hortanicus plotted and planned to overthrow the tyrant Emperor Senec. The Emperor himself arrived at Hortanicus' door with hundreds of guards. Hortanicus gathered his courage and said a few words of merit, then started a war by throwing a crumpled piece of paper at the Emperor, which hit him in the nose. This is that paper. These are the earliest known written historical accounts of the founding of the city. This is the agreement signed in blood by the men involved in the working man's riot.
Okay, I've had it.
These are the collected works of novelist Bowles Erden, taken from his home just hours before he accidentally drowned.
Take this anymore.
Full Moon with a bright crimson spot, the entire collected works of Catherine of Dayport, written entirely by her own hand. Fooled into thinking it was gold, this piece of pyrite was the payment accepted by Bowles Erden for his first manuscript. Years later, he had the rock hung in his house as a reminder of his early misfortune. This is the piece of loot that we can't take, because you have to break the glass to get to it, and that's property damage. That's not allowed for Ghost nor Supreme. And it's worth 1 gold. So we will get 1 gold less than the maximum because of that. Too bad. This book contains, among other things, blueprints for many of the city's finest and oldest establishments. Compiled many years ago, it's a reference useful to those wishing to learn construction. Copies of the blueprints are available for 300 gold each. The collected works of Gerald, Master Engineer. There we go.
Chamber pot duty again. I hate this job. I'm not fixing it again. Thought I saw. Slobs. I've already fixed it twice. I'm not fixing it again.
Let's give it a real save there. So now we have walked into the pagan history location, and it's an interesting place. So this is a common pagan household scene. Do not touch. So here's a scarecrow, and behind it is a fruit. Here's a fireplace, and on top of that there's a purple gem worth 15, total 1100. And in the fireplace there are 2 fire arrows and a massive crystal up here. That counts as a secret, but only if you take it. So we're not going to do that. There are 2 water arrows here in the pool. And up here there's a moss arrow. Okay, there is a guard up there, yeah. I didn't know when he was going to come. Let's try to sneak in here. Taken from a sunken underground city, these obelisks are believed to have been used as a point of worship, or perhaps for sacrifices. Many historians believe the city was a birthplace of the Hand Brotherhood. Cool. So yeah, this mission is definitely a nod to the first original games. Which is cool, they do it in a cool way. So we're now in the superstitions area. Heading into the library, which is just to the west of us. Here's a scepter, worth 50, total 1150. Okay, we're gonna follow that guy. It's convenient timing here. Statue, worth 15, total 1165. There is a vine arrow stuck up here. Kind of strange.
I'm tired of this place. Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny. I'm not funny.
Gold candlestick, worth 15. Back here. Okay, good. Good timing. Back here, we have 3 statues. One thing I have a little trouble with in T2X so far is noticing what surfaces are allowed and which ones are not. It's been a while since I played the whole campaign, so I don't have that 100%.
Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny, huh? I'm not funny.
Okay. Show you guys something here.
Is anyone there? Hello?
We don't need that, but we are now in the upper portion leading down to the basement. So in this chest right here you have a flash bomb, and then there is a vine arrow. Yeah, you can see it back there behind those crates. Go down here, we come down to the basement area. Right, that I showed you guys earlier.
Hey, what was that?
So we're now moving west into the prehistory area. So we have now looked down to the hallway that leads to the foyer. We did see this guard that we saw from behind now come out here from when we were over here from the east before. So here are some barracks, or whatever they are. Burrus invertus, a mutation of the modern burr most commonly found in underground dwellings. The common burrick. These poor creatures have been hunted to near extinction in urban environments, but can still be found wandering the countryside in packs. The prehistoric Mammathian burrick. These beasts were often solitary hunters, only slowing down their vicious hunting cycle for a few months at a time to watch over their young. Notice the huge fangs, perfect for impaling and killing prey of sizes almost equal to that of the burrick. That is true. Here's a gold base, worth 35, total 1264. And in here there is also a moss arrow.
Hey, but I thought...
Oh man. We're going to listen to another conversation here too. I really like the voice acting of the servant. The same servant we heard talk to Limes earlier is now talking to a guard. I really like his attitude and the way that he is executing his lines. I don't know, the voice and the manner is just cool.
I see you've already cleared a space for the new arrivals.
Yes, sir.
I'll need you to bring in the statues from the storeroom. I'll show you where Mr. Limes wants them.
Which ones would you like?
Mr. Limes was quite specific. Bring crates 2, 7, 8, and 11. Mr. Limes will help you place them tomorrow when he arrives.
Number 8?
Yes, it's a newly restored statue.
I think it would look nice in purple.
Purple? Sorry, we can't change the color. Just go get the items.
Yes, sir.
There. So both of these guys... No. The guard starts patrolling. The servant just stations himself over here and looks at a painting. But normally I wouldn't have triggered this conversation if this was a difficult mission until at the very end, because you don't want extra patrollers. But there is... Yeah, that's where he gets stationed. Now we're going to take this artifact. See, we are a little bit exposed here. I don't think he ever leaves that location. A lot of wonderful paintings around here. Okay, so now we are coming in from the west towards the main lobby area. Okay, yeah, I thought he would come. Okay, that's the guard that we saw earlier. There is also a guard in the distance. Welcome to the Bennington Museum. Please sign in to become part of our preferred visitors club. Don't think anyone saw me there. There's another conversation.
I don't know. I think he looks old. That makes it a bad painting.
Old? Bad painting? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, look. See the frolicking going on? He's too old for that. It's just not believable.
Are we even looking at the same painting? What frolicking are you talking about?
Right there, see?
You dirty little taffer. That's a tree. Get your taffin glasses on.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. So, if you guys hear any background noise, it's we have roofers working on our roof today, so if you hear something, that's what it is. I can't really control that, sorry. Okay, that was the last conversation. So here is a note. Frank, Isabella has gone missing. Limes is going to have our hides if we don't figure out who stole it. How the hell could someone walk out of here with a whole mummy while we've been on guard duty? John. I don't think Limes will be that upset. So, the closest casket here is empty, and that's where the mummy was located then. So, we are now in the City Fathers region, and at the far western end there is a locked section. There are two doors in here. They're both pickable, and there's loot in there, so we're going to have to go in there. Pick one of those locks.
And the princess and something.
Here's an urn.
What a mess.
Worth 25, total
Nobody clean around
1309.
here. A piece of garbage everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna knock this guy out so we can read the plaques. It's always cool.
Hey.
Okay, one more thing to do. And then
Lady
it's
Isabella.
time for
There are
me.
many rumors why Lady Isabella was unable to bear children, but the most accepted is that the lady wasn't a lady at all. So that is empty. Tarot Ketchup. King Tarot Ketchup's mummy was found at the bottom of an underground tomb, believed to be in the shape of an upside-down pyramid. King at the tender age of 13, Ketchup had a severe allergy to many fruits and vegetables, most notably tomatoes. An errant cook gave mashed tomatoes to King Ketchup, which ended his life at 17.
Brown, flower pots blue. Got it.
Twain Apnud. The paintings from the walls of Twain Apnud's tomb depicted him as a magician wanderer who charmed nobility with his many skills, such as magic, healing, music, and midwifery. Lord Hergodas and Gordizian IV's life was extended by unnatural means. His rule finally ended after 150 years when he tripped, landing on a small boy who poked him in the eye with a stick.
Got your broom right here, lady.
Ruad, warlord of the Seven Lands, hated and feared by those who commanded. He commanded. Ruad the Conqueror was the last defeated not by a sword or halberd, but instead by an angry cook who served him poisoned tomatoes. Again with the tomatoes. Sorcerer's Veneran. The shapely form of Sorceress Veneran cannot be seen in this ragged cloth of his mummy, but during her life the sorceress was said to possess such a great beauty that no man could look away. I guess he's lost that beauty. Okay. So we're actually going to head upstairs now, and we don't have too much left.
Garbage everywhere.
Fairly short mission, but very pleasing, aesthetically pleasing. And a very nice start to a campaign that I'm I'm very looking forward to finishing or continuing.
And the princess and something something. Do do do. Stupid rich. That's slobs.
Artifact.
I've already fixed it.
Moss
I'm
arrow.
not fixing it again.
Let's see. We can wait here. He just circles the upper walkway here. Wait for him to come back. We're safe here.
God, I gotta get some new boots. These boots are killing me.
Maybe we should do a real save in a little while. Luckily, this map pack here, or all these missions, have not many bugs. They've been well tested. So now we are overlooking the foyer again. The protectors of the city have gone by different names in the past 100 years, but one thing remains the same. Their duty is to protect the city at all costs. Here we have several weapons from 200 years ago, used by the city's finest. Notice the slight red stains, remnants of battles long ago. Do not touch. Can't pick up anything in here, but it's just displaying that some skins.
Got it.
So now we're coming into the atrium here, or the main lobby, the lounge.
I don't really remember that. That doesn't seem right to me.
Okay, I've had it. Next person to ask.
That
for
wasn't
a
an
foot
alert,
wash
by the way, when he
loses
said
a
that
toe.
doesn't seem right to me.
Can't take this anymore.
See, this guard, it's not beneficial for us really to come this way.
Okay, I've had it. Next person to ask for a foot wash loses a toe. Can't take this anymore.
This place. Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny. I'm not funny.
There's a jar. Lacerda gigas. It's the upstairs display of prehistory. So that was worth 25. So now we're overlooking the library. And over here, outside the fence, there is a ring. Okay, worth 35, total 1389. Now there is a readable that talks about that ring that we haven't read yet.
Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny. I'm not funny.
Hate this job.
So you can leave this way by vine arrowing up the beams here.
What is that?
He saw me, okay. Thought I would get him.
Wash the dishes. Sweep the floor. Don't forget to put the broom back.
It's a little bit difficult to get up there.
Broom right here, lady.
and leave, but you can do it. It's the patrolling guard on the roof that you can see there that we saw earlier.
Everybody's complaining about. I like
And the
Is,
princess and something.
It has a long patrol route. Here's a candlestick, 1439. Now we're above the text and documents area. And this is a broken balcony overlooking the library from the southeast.
It's bedtime for me.
Read this. Horace, see to it that damn railing is fixed. It's been broken for 2 days now, and a patron today damn near killed herself. If you don't finish it by the end of the week, I'm docking 5 copper coins from your wages. And see if you can search the library balcony for a vaguely ring-like object. One of the nobles claims she lost it while trying to get a better view of the books. I'm sure it will make a nice addition to our forthcoming jewelry section. Limes. That was the ring at the opposite end here. Okay.
Okay, chamber pots brown, flower pots blue. Chamber pots brown, flower pots blue. Got it.
Gotta stop jumping at everything.
Yeah, I thought he saw me.
Okay, chamber pots brown, flower pots blue. Chamber pots brown, flower pots blue. Got it. Did I really see?
We're gonna go a little bit faster than we're gonna find.
Our city's a pigsty.
And
Look
the
at
princess and something. Do do do.
Okay. So this overlooks the prehistory area from above. And pagan hunting arrows. So here is a vine arrow and a broadhead arrow. That's a single broadhead. A skull.
Must be seeing things now.
This overlooks the vase collection. And that's our last piece of loot, a green jar worth 50, total 1489. That's everything. Now we have made a loop. We have gone around here now, and we're now back down to the employees area where we can exit the mission. Employees only, keep out. Oh, we have to close it like that. 1489, that's what we're supposed to have. And we can then just leave. Down here, we should end the mission. There we go. Cool. That was a successful Supreme Ghost run. We abided by all the Supreme rules and didn't get any busts. We skipped one piece of loot worth 1 gold. The pyrite, the false gold in the text documents area. So that was the only thing we missed. Total time, 43 minutes, 52 seconds. Found 1489 loot out of 1490. Pockets picked 2 out of 5. Locks picked 2. So those 2 that we picked were both of the keys for the office upstairs. Locks picked 2. Backstab 0. Knockout 0. Damage dealt 0. Damage taken 0. Healing taken 0. Instance killed none and others killed 0. Iron Beast destroyed 0. Disabled 0. Secrets found 2 out of 3. The one that we did not do was the fire arrows in the pagan history area, because you have to take the arrows, and Supreme doesn't allow taking anything unnecessarily. And campaign totals, 1 hour, 11 minutes, 14 seconds. Loot so far 1489 because there was no loot in the first mission, and then no damage dealt and received. Great. This is one of my favorite missions just because it's such a nice introduction and there's a lot of information. I know it can be a little bit tedious for me to read all that, but it does set up the world building very effectively. And that I appreciate. It's beautiful looking, especially with the new custom, or they're custom textures, but they're not changing anything of the original textures, just making it more grimy and gritty like Necro Age is supposed to do. The segmented run that I should have up soon, maybe tomorrow, is showing it in the vanilla textures as well, so you can get a comparison there. Okay, we'll see what mission we do next time. It'll probably be Framed, going back to Thief 2. And until that time, thank you for joining me, and have a good night. Bye-bye.